Hello, everyone. Welcome back to View from the Sidelines. I thought I'd do a little small show today to talk about have West Ham still got it what it takes to get top four, and I just want to know what people's thoughts are on this. Last two games haven't been great. Two defeats. The Chelsea game wasn't really good. So yeah, I just want to hear what everyone's thoughts are on this in regards to the top four. Like we've got a possibility of a lot of injury players coming back. And yeah, if anyone wants to come on this evening, they're more than welcome. It's only going to be a half-hour show. Evening, Cathal. How you doing? And yeah, share your thoughts and tell me what you think about the possibility. Have West Ham blew their chances of top four, or do you think it's still on? Leicester are now 7 points clear of us, and we're 3 points behind Chelsea. Me personally, I think it's done. I think even if we win every single game, I think there are teams that and the thing is, I don't think we're strong enough to win every single game. We can we've chucked in two pretty not good performances over the last sort of 2 weeks, and people say we've got injuries, but we just haven't got the squad, in my opinion. I just want to know what your thoughts are. And yeah, Cathal, if you send me a message, I will send you the link. That's the only way I can do it, mate. You send me a message first, and I'll send you the link. But yeah, I just want to hear what your thoughts are, people. Be real. Like, if you believe we can do it, tell me the reason why. If you believe that we will finish in the top 7, and you don't think we will, or you might not think we get finished in Europe. Do you know what I mean? Just tell me your thoughts. Jay Woods, well, lads, if we play 5 at the back, it's going to be a struggle. Need to play offensively if you want to process. I agree with that totally. This 5 at the back malarkey has got to stop, and it has to stop sooner the better. I want to see a 4-2-3-1 system, and basically go from there. I can't keep seeing 5 at the back and being set up so defensively. It's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion. So yeah. Are you going on to next? I haven't seen you live for a while. So yeah, like Kath will be on shortly. I'm only going to do about half hour. So if anyone wants to come on, give their brief thoughts. Me personally, I think we had to win either one of the Newcastle or Chelsea game, and we lost both. And for me, now I'm starting to see the old West Ham, in my opinion, starting to rear its ugly head. People say this is the new West Ham. I'm not convinced yet. I know we've got injuries, but every team's got injuries, and I just think the system is just completely not right for us. That 5 at the back, sit there, and wing backs and all that just doesn't work. I think we're so much better when we go 4-2-3-1. We're missing Rice massively, and we're missing. And how unlucky are we to both our left backs, or one of our left backs, is out, and we've got no defensive cover on the left hand side? It's shocking, in my opinion. So yeah, I just want to hear what hear your thoughts. Simon's put here, I really think Leicester will drop out. I think the 7-point gap, I think if they would have lost that game last night against Palace, I would have agreed with you totally. Them winning that game, I think, might have just got them the cushion that they need. They've got some hard games coming up. They've got Chelsea, they've got Tottenham, they've got Manchester United, and they've got an FA Cup final in between that. Out of the 5 games, I think they need 2 wins. Now, they've got Southampton to play, and I'm not sure who their 4th game is. I think it's Newcastle. So they've got a couple of fixtures where they could, if they go to Southampton on Friday night and win that game, I would say that they're safely in the top 4, and I would believe that quite handily. I think they lose or draw, it opens the door, in my opinion. 2 up, 2 down, hammers. if it's down to the refs, VAR, we will end up seventh. We've played the same squad for ages, and their fatigue, we will finish fifth. I believe you're right, mate. I think we will finish fifth. I don't believe what you're saying about fatigue, because some of them players, there's players on the bench who haven't even played, i.e., Said Benrahma. So yeah, like, and if you're going to rotate, you've got to rotate it properly. Like, Balbuena hasn't played this year. Brian Fredericks hasn't played this year. So you can't have it sort of both ways, so to speak. But yeah, I agree with you. Fifth. If we finish fifth, it's Europa League. Like, we're just not a Champions League team. Scott, Benrahma has to be starting games. All I heard yesterday were the commentators banging on about how Eze drives with the ball and so well, etc., etc. We need another offensive player on the pitch. Still fuming with 4-0. Do you know what? The side Benrahma merry-go-round. I will know Monday, and that is my opinion on that. I will know for definite on Monday what the crack is, because if we go to Burnley and we set up 5 at the back again, they don't want Champions League football, in my opinion. Right? You don't go. All right, forget Burnley winning at Wolves 4-0. That's a freak result, right? We've had games this year when we went to places like Leicester and won 3-0, and Leicester are comfortably in the third in the league. So let's not take one result and think Burnley are this well beaten team all of a sudden. So for me, if we go there and we set up 5 at the back, then to me, the chairman, what more is, I was like, no, we don't fancy Champions League, or we can't afford Champions League. So for me, yeah. Will Cresswell be fit? I'm hearing so, mate. From what I'm hearing, I think he will. We need him back urgently. And even if he does come back, I don't want to see 5 at the back. Like, yeah, again, like since the Arsenal game when we played 4-2-3-1, we set up 5 at the back against Wolves and we got away with it 3-2. 5 at the back against Leicester, we got away with it again. We set up 5 at the back against Newcastle and lose, and we set up 5 at the back against Chelsea and we lose. So we're either getting away with, we're not winning games comfortably, and I just believe we can win games comfortably if we attack these teams. 2 up, 2 down hammers. I get that, obviously, but I think Moyes is scared to change in case it goes horribly wrong. But the problem is, if that is the case, and he thinks it's going to go horribly wrong, I'd rather it go horribly wrong now, yeah, rather than him trying it next season and it just doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? And he's trying it or whatnot. It's a free hit, and we should be embracing it, in my opinion. I'm really concerned that Chris Wood will dominate when we play them. He's always gives the defenders a hard time. Not for me, mate. He's had one good game. Where was Chris Wood the other 32 games? That's the way I look at it. Chris Wood's a good player, good in the air, good, right, and all that. But don't get carried away because he has one good game at Wolves that he's like some sort of like Lewandowski type player. For me, he's not. For me, if you take him out, if you stop Barnes, you stop him and Barnes, you stop Burnley. And on Monday's game, that will prove it to me. If we go there and we beat Burnley, right, then I'll say to you, right, we're back in it. We lose, it's all over for top 4. In my opinion, and it will be all over for top 4. If Mazuwaka and Cresswell are back, I can see Moyes will sticking that to 5 at the back, and therefore hoping Arthur is out. Do you know what? If he goes 5 at the back against Burnley, then I'm sorry, but it makes no sense. Burnley are not a well-oiled counter-attacking team. They've got slow players up front. They're not a counter. They're not got no pace, so you can play a 4 there. You know what I mean? And if he sets up 5 at the back, then against Burnley, when will we set up positive? That is my opinion on that. Do you know what I mean? Free Benny? Yeah, I agree. I think Benrahma's got to be. He's got to play, and I've been calling for it for a long time. And I've had arguments with people on Facebook even messaging me saying, "You don't know what you're talking about with Benrahma." And I keep chucking the same stats at them: 12 starts, 7 wins, 4 draws, and only 1 loss. and they say, "Oh yeah, but he does. He has shots from outside the box in the 93rd minute." Yeah, but what about all the other stuff he's done? What about the assists he's done? What about and what people don't understand with Ben Rama, and this is what I'm going to try and educate people is he takes people out the game. Defenders try and double up on him because once a defender gets skimmed by him, they think, you know what, we can't leave Ben Rama one-on-one with someone because right. So they have to bring another defender across to go 2-on-1, which leaves the space open. It left the space open at Villa. It left the space open at Palace, and that's the reason why we went and won these games. And I think he deserves a chance. I've got a little theory. Maybe the reason why he hasn't been coming on, so to speak, is because of Ramadan. And I watched Leicester last night, and Wesley Fofana had to have a drink and all that. And maybe he hasn't been playing as many games as in regards to Ramadan. I could be wrong. But yeah, again, it's a possibility. So yeah, what we got here? Let's have a look. We got he played very well against United at Old Trafford against Maguire and Lindelof. Yeah, 5 at the back losses to Arsenal, United home and away, Chelsea home and away, Liverpool home and away, and a draw to Brighton home. We have 2 good performances playing 5 at the back. Yeah, I agree. People say 5 at the back is best performance is ridiculous. 3 Ben Rama. People only see what they want to see, James. Yeah, but they see what they want to see. Yeah, but they need to back it up with fact. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, on the Saeed Ben Rama debate, yeah, and I've seen it on West Ham Fan TV, and I say it in here right now. He's not fancied because the simple fact of the matter is other people have got their foot firmly in the door, and that is the reason. Like, there's other players who have firmly got their feet under the table, and Saeed can't get a look in. Do you know what I mean? When he has come on the pitch and he's been from the start, we don't lose. Like, we lost 1 game. And that game was arguably one of our worst performances of the season, Liverpool at home. So to me, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I do think that Moyes just doesn't fancy him and he's trying to freeze him out. When there's people saying, in regards to the Ben Rama thing, saying, you know what, yeah, he's not for me. How can he not be for you? Like, I'll say it again: 12 starts, 7 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Like, if that's someone else, if that's Antonio, or if that's Bowen, everyone's raving about it because it's Saeed Ben Rama. Oh no, he don't mean a lot. So yeah, it makes not a lot of sense to me, in my opinion. Benny could start on Monday, have a great game, score 3 goals, and they'll still hate. Yeah, I don't know why. And it is becoming a bit of an agenda, so to speak. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I think it's wrong. I think the way he's being treated is wrong. He comes on against Newcastle with 15 minutes to go, and everyone wants him to turn to prime Messi. He comes on against Chelsea yet again, and it's, he has a shot in the 93rd minute. The fucker is trying to score a goal. Do you know what I mean? He's trying. If you don't shoot, you don't score. Fair enough. His shot went miles wide, and it was wrong. But I'd rather someone be having a go. Let's be honest. We didn't do nothing else against Chelsea on Saturday. Like, do you know what I mean? Jesse Lingard's having a shot with a free kick, and no one bats an eyelid and says, you know what, that's a bit wrong. And I'm not criticising Jesse Lingard. Don't get me wrong, because he's been amazing for us, and he's been absolutely great. But if you're going to criticise one thing for one person, you've got to criticise for the other, even if they have done good. Do you know what I mean? So that's my opinion on that. I think regarding Benny is the ideal game, like the theory of the Ramadan and Benny. Yeah, I thought about it last night. I thought, I wonder whether that's an issue, the reason why he hasn't been playing. I'm not too much knowledge with Ramadan. I don't know how long it lasts or what. If someone can tell me in the comments below, it'd be handy. But yeah, people criticise the man when he has to play. Now, if Cresswell is back, I want to see a 4-2-3-1 system. I want to see Jared Bowen. I want to see Benny. I want to see Fornells, and I want to see Lingard on Monday. I do not want to see us setting up 5 at the back when we're trying to. It's just so negative. It's like, to me, it's so negative. So yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And if someone can enlighten me, that'd be great. I keep banging the drum. He has been starting games. He's got potential to go to the very top. I believe so and all, Scott. I really do. I believe this man is a top class player who hasn't been given the fair crack of the whip. And for me, I mean, it's doing me lighting. Right, for me, I believe he needs to be given. I believe he needs to be given the fair crack of the whip, and it will prove it on Monday. If we set up at 5 at the back on Monday, that will be enough for me. Burnley are not a fast counter-attacking team. We need to set up in a way that we're gonna that pace will kill them, right, and go through Burnley, no problems, in my opinion. I blame this West Ham Central kid. He's got such an agenda against Benny. Doesn't know what he's talking about, mate. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? Some people might not like him, right, and right, because of the way he is. I don't know. I don't get right. I don't want to say nothing controversial, right? But there's got to be a reason why these people are not liking this man, because I can't see a reason why not to like him, because the stats don't lie. So for me, yeah, right. Do I believe we get top 4? I believe if he plays, we get top 4. I believe we need to play. He needs to play. Bowen needs to play. Lingard needs to play, and then your Fornells has to play. That's your 4, right? That's what I believe. I think if we've got to start going for it now, not keep Poxy sitting back and trying to hit teams on the break. We'd like to see Benrahma as a central attacking midfielder, like I said against Leeds. He calls havoc. Number 10, mate. Perfect role for him. I like him on the left. I think he shoots on the left because he can get balls in. He can beat a man on that side. Like I said, James, crossing the ball for the 94 minutes don't work. So why not take a shot? Yeah, he's had a go and didn't work. West Ham Online says, "Can we win the World Cup?" Well, we won it in '66, so we can't say that we can't win it now. But I'm talking about West Ham United, mate, and West Ham don't win cups, as we all know. So we all know that Noble will be staying against Burnley. Me, personally, I don't get it. Cathal, I've sent you the link, so if you want to come on, you can. Noble's not an issue here. Let's get that right here. Noble is not the issue when it comes to Burnley, right? Because I think Noble's played all right. Since he's come back in, he's played well. We desperately need Rice back, and it is massive. We need that boy back with Souček, and then we are motoring. We've missed him, and fucking England, right? Poxy playing him sort of 2 games. I knew it, like a few weeks back. I knew it. I said we need to make sure that all our players come back fit, and our key and most important player doesn't. And it's been a right kick in the teeth, to be honest. What is it? Moyes would prefer playing half a left wing ahead of Benny, the way things are going. Well, I'm sorry, but the way things are going ain't working, is it? They're not working. Like square pegs, round holes. So yeah, it doesn't make no sense. Cathal, send me another message and I'll send it again. I agree, Cathal. It's Mesawaka in for Fredericks, and that would be the team, which makes no sense to me. Benrahma, Lingard, Bowen they have the pace, creativity. Benny and Lingard link up well. I might. Benrahma, when Nickel spoke about him, he's such a nice lad. I like Benrahma. I do. I think he's decent. Do you know what I mean? I do. I just like him. I think. Right. Let's try this again. They should have got in there. I think Rice could be back for the Burnley. Well, I hope so. I believe he will be back, mate. He's running. He's doing training, so he's fit enough to play, in my opinion. Benzema said has no passion and always have given him so many chances. Nah. Dan Dog, welcome back, mate. You know what I mean? It's good to have you back, mate. Do you know what I mean? But nah, if you're comparing Lanzini to Benrahma, mate, then you've got to be on crack. I won't risk Rice against Burnley. They're a dirty team. No, he needs to play, Scott. There's no two ways about it. He needs to play. We can't keep not risking players. We need to win games. Sheffield is. I could see Rice on the bench, possibly. As they say, he's on. It's on the car. Oh, wait a minute! A bit of hostility from Scott Dog. Wait a minute. Let's try it again. Right, Ben Rama does passion. He works hard and he's 100%. West Ham Online thinks Rice won't be back for Burnley. I think he will be. I think he's running now. He's going to have a lot of training. And yeah, I think it's terrible. Good question. I think it's terrible. I think a lot of people like to speak a lot of bollocks online because they know if they were to say it to someone's face, they would probably get clamped and banged clean out. Do I think it's right? No, I think it's wrong. I think the idiots doing it are wrong. I think they do it to get attention, and I think they need to grow up and have a bit more respect and a bit more class. If they don't like someone, just don't talk to them. In my opinion, that's the way I look at it. Is, do you know what I mean? It's not football is a way of life to a lot of people, but it ain't the be all and end all. Trust me. There's some things are bigger than that. Do you know what I mean? And criticising someone because of their race, religion, and all that isn't the way to go. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion, I think a lot of it needs to come. It comes from social media where people are just interacting on a daily basis. Do you know what I mean? And it's not right. Well, that's not right, mate. Like I've just read that, and that's not right. At the end of the day, you got to realise it's different generations, different things, and it's not acceptable in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know what's happening, Cafor. I have sent you the link about 45 times, but let me have a look. So yeah, but no, it's not right, mate. It's not on, and I think the boycott thing might not work if I'm honest, because what they will do, they will just leave it 4 days and then do it again. If you're going to do something, the only way you can get around it is doing personalised ID when you when I like a gamble, and basically I've been on betting accounts before, and I've had to give like passport ID to say like I am who I am, because in case it was like if I was defrauding someone or money laundering, for instance, and that's what they should do with Facebook and social media. They should give like a photo ID of the person's name and basically go from there. The only problem is with that is that if someone puts a fake ID up, then you're back to square one again. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? That's fine then, though. If you have your opinion, mate, there's different views of players. My 11 for Burnley is Ben Rama, Benny Rama, Ben Rama, and Ben Rama. So I think Simon wants Mezawaka at left back. So yeah, yeah, he loves it. Do you like my 11? I think it would be a 1-1 draw. I'll take that as Burnley are good. Burnley are not good, man. Christ. Burnley are not good. Like anyone who thinks Burnley are good, I'm sorry, but this is a team. They go and beat Wolves 4-0, and they've all of a sudden become into Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Burnley are a well organised team, but they're not a good team. Like, and this is the difference, right? When we look at, we need to go up there, nick a 1-0, in my opinion. I don't say we're going to go up and blast teams, but like, let's be honest, we went to Wolves and we scored 3, but we can't defend. So Burnley going there and scoring 4 really makes not a lot of difference. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Cathal, if you want to come on again, I will resend the link. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with this link. Right, it's the final time I will do it. And yeah, just send me a message if you want to come on. Or if anyone wants to come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. I just want to, while everyone's here, I want to know in the chat what people's thoughts were of Pablo Fornals on Saturday. Like, this is a man who basically is like West Ham Central's love child by the sounds of it. Like, he's just, do you know what I mean? I called him a Spanish waiter, and basically, I don't believe he is all that, in my opinion. I don't believe the hype, basically. I think, like, he's good to a point, but he's got no attacking threat, in my opinion. And to me, that I want my teams attacking. I don't want a player in there running about working hard. What that means is why we've got Souček and Rice in there. Do you know what I mean? Jay Woods has said my 11 for Burnley: Fab, Cathal, Abona, Diop, Cresswell, Souček, Pablo Fornals, Lanzini. With Fornals, Lanzini, Fornals, Bowen, and with Lingard up top. Mate, you've either got too many players or you've got Pablo Fornals playing twice, mate. Like, it's hard enough him playing once, not twice. Right, you can't have Pablo Fornals playing twice, mate. Even though, but yeah, like you can't be having Sir Pablo playing twice. The man who looks like a Spanish waiter. We've got Scott, yeah. Fornals was woeful. Yeah, I agree, Scott. I do. I didn't. Do you know what? And I said it on Saturday, and I say it again there, right? I watched him quite a lot on that game. Right? I sort of sat back and I said, I'm just going to watch what he does. Right? And my mate sitting here with me, and he said, you know what? He said, I don't get the hype of him, James. Right? Even my mate said it. He said, everyone raves about him, but he's giving the ball away. He's light on the ball. Yeah, he can pass the ball and he runs about, and he's good in both. Right, he runs about, but to me, like, I'd rather set up 4-2-3-1 and go at teams. And like, if you don't score goals, you don't win games. And like Pablo Fornals, for what he does, like, he doesn't score enough goals. He doesn't create enough goals. And people slag off Ben Rama saying he hasn't scored yet. But I'll tell you what, he would have 10 assists if Antonio knew how to put the ball in the back of the net. That's a fact. Do you know what I mean? And I'll easily go with that. So, yeah. For me, Dawson must play because Burnley are a very physical side. Diop will struggle. Dawson is good against physical players. I don't know, mate. Dawson's suspect for me now. He's starting to sort of... he's starting to get found out, in my opinion. It was coming. It nearly happened at Wolves and we got away with it. Leicester, we nearly got away with it. And yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Dan Dog, listen, mate, right? You support your dog, yeah? And your dog supports you, bruv, right? I live in the ends, yeah? West Ham Online goes to Arsenal protests, so he's an Arsenal protester, right? But I'll claret and blue through and through, brother. Do you know what I mean? I forgot. I think he supports Burnley. Yeah, I'll say that to my Chelsea mate. Keep an eye on Fornals. He went well. He's bad. Says it all. So yeah, do you know what I mean? Jay Woods. You can see how frustrating Moyes was after the Chelsea game, but what does he expect playing so defensively? I agree. I really do agree there. I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand. Like, when we're going for something, like when we're trying to win a game, we can't be going against teams so defensively. And basically, what we're doing is when you look at our three up top, we've got Pablo Fornals, who runs about, who don't contribute to any goal action or score many goals. You've got Jared Bowen and Lingard. And if you keep Lingard and Bowen quiet, that's our attack gone. And people were praising Ryan Fredericks because he runs about a bit. Not for me. I think Burnley are really good. You struggle to beat them. Their squad is better. I like him to enlighten me how their squad is better. And then I'll wait for his response. Good old Dan Dog. How's Burnley's squad better? I think they have better changing rooms than us, or better shoes, or better physios. I mean, Dan, you support Burnley. Shut up, mate. I thought he did. Do you know what I mean? Is he one of them? Was it Lancashire? You know what I mean? He's from Lancashire. I wouldn't be annoyed if we lost, but if we have to have a go, we didn't have a go on Saturday. That is the frustrating thing. Yeah, I personally don't get it, mate. I really don't. Let me see if I can. I just don't get it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm going to try and sort something out. You can count them. Right, that was my 30 seconds of little break time. I'm back again for more. Cathal, I've sent you the link, and I think it's worked this time. And it has worked because he's in the chat. Let's get him in. Cathal, welcome.
Jesus, that was a painful experience for a few minutes. I was bloody spamming you, so it was...
I know, mate. I know it was annoying. I think I know the reason why. I think it was because I wasn't on the Wi-Fi and I was using my data, and I think that's the reason why it didn't work. But what's your thoughts, mate? Has top four gone, in your opinion?
With my head, yeah. With my heart, no. I think we all relying on Leicester to make a balls of it. Even Chelsea, Chelsea have a tough run and they've lots of games to play. We're only 3 points behind them. It's more, people are all going about, we have to catch Leicester. We can catch Chelsea easier than we can catch Leicester and then get top four. We a few players back, even just with what we have, if we go in with the right squad, the right selection and the right mindset, we can beat every team we're able to play. So if we can get 12 to 15 points, we can definitely get top four. I'd be happy with any form of Europe, in all fairness. I was going into the season hoping for top 12, maybe.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. But we have got to seize the moment. As I keep saying, you've got to.
We have to.
There's a time.
You see, it's just the squad has kind of the injuries have screwed us over. But it's not been one of those seasons where West Ham could get top 10 and they've made a balls of it every chance. They've lost to Palace. They've lost to this. They've lost every time they needed them 3 points. We've won a lot of games to get into the top four, and we spent a lot of time in the top four. So we are a good squad. It's not like we weren't riding our luck. We were playing well. We just need to sort of take our chances now.
I agree, mate. I do. I we spoke on Saturday, and I think West Ham Online come on, and you come on later on towards the end of the show, and
it went on for another 45 minutes after I joined.
Yeah, I know. And obviously, now the dust has settled. How do you look back on that game? Do you look at it as a missed opportunity?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Moyes to go in with the 4, so I was expecting us to sort of, if we were going to win, it was going to be an absolute shithouse of a win. I didn't expect us to be doing some 3-0 ahead or anything like that. If we were going to win, it was going to be a sneaky one. So I wasn't really expecting much of a performance anyway. We're stuck for numbers, and We don't have our best players there in all positions. But it's disappointing, obviously, just as a fan. But Chelsea are like the opposite of us. They're getting their form now, but they are a much better sort of squad than us, and they have a huge selection, and they are a top 4 team. So
yeah. Send me the link, West Ham online. Send me a message, West Ham online, and I'll send you the link. I can't send it while I'm doing it like this because it cuts out. So yeah, send me a message and then you get on, mate. And if you're a voice, you Arsenal fellow gooner. Anyway,
fellow, huh?
yeah. What do you? Obviously now, right, we're starting to get some players back by the looks of it. Cresswell looks like he's on his way back, and a few others look like they're on their way back. Do you think, like now, like people? I asked people earlier, and they said to me, I wouldn't risk Rice. I think it's time. I think you've got to risk him. I think if he's 75% fit, get him on the pitch because he's a match winner. Do you know what I mean? He can win us.
Yeah, I would have said that for Chelsea, but I think we are capable of beating Burnley without him. But if he is there, if he's 75%, I'd say he's worth the risk. But you don't want him going in there and getting bloody two-footed by some prick like Phil Bardsley or some shite and that putting him out for longer.
Yeah, but he can go and get too fit anytime. Do you know what I mean? He could come back fully fit and someone could come in and take him out. If they want to take him out, like, do you know what I mean? I believe if he plays, no one gets near him because I think defensively he's too good for them. And I think he needs to play. Like, so someone said, would Rice want to be risk fitness with the Euros? Kind of fuck the Euros at the minute. I'm more interested in West Ham United.
Pay him his wages.
Yeah, West Ham United pays bills, mate. So, like, the Euros to me are a distant memory at the minute. Like they're in the they're not even like on the horizon, so to speak. So, yeah, not for me. Club is more important, Simon. I agree. Like at the end of the day, this time next year we'll be sitting in about 12th or something, saying, you know what, we've just lost his like.
Something Gareth Bale needs to learn as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So. You know what I mean? We've had some good luck and bad luck this season, but I still think we have to win 4 out of the 5. I agree with that comment. We need to win 4 out of the 5. I do believe, though, the 2 games that will decide it for me are the Burnley away game, which is Monday, and the Brighton game. I believe the Everton game, I think that's got a draw written all over it. I think they're both pretty similar teams, Everton and West Ham. But I think if we beat Burnley and we beat Brighton, them two, at their own grounds, then we've got a great chance. Let me ask you this: do you think Ben Rama, right? Do you think he'll play?
No, I don't think so. I can't see it happening. As I said in the chat, like I'd see him playing Masuaku ahead of him. I'd see him play Lanzini ahead of him even.
Yeah, but why though? What is the reason why you don't think he'll play?
I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna just say it because I don't know. There obviously could be stuff on the train, and you never know. Like, you're not gonna pay 25 million for a player and not play him if he is good enough. Like, it's not. I know people sort of give out about Fornals because he plays ahead of him, but like that's not his fault. Moyes chooses him. I know that like they're different players. I want Benrahma to play, but using my head, I just can't see it because Moyes hasn't proven that he would play
him. Yeah. See, Scott's gone here, right? He said 8 points for him, right? Which I believe we need at least 10. If we're going to have any chance of doing anything, we need to at least get 10 points.
I think I predicted us to get 11. 3 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah, I believe the last 2 games we win. That's 6 points. I believe the Brighton game, we just don't beat them, mate. I've said it for a long time. That's one team we don't beat. I think we draw with Everton. which is, what's that, 7 points. I believe we have to beat Burnley. If we beat Burnley, then that's your 10. Like, I just can't see it myself. Like, if we get 15 points out of the next 5, then that's just amazing. But I can't see it. I think if we get 10, that's realistic. We'll be on 55.
Yeah.
65 points. That's
relying
pretty
on
good.
Chelsea to only get what they're on 58. So
Yeah.
less than 7 points out of 15.
Yeah, it's. How do you think it will finish in the end for West Ham Online appears?
I'll be happy with anywhere in Europe, but I think even it's going to be hard with the teams up our hole right now as well. Like it's going to be hard to even finish fifth. We've a lot there. There's a short line coming for us, so we need to
Yeah.
just take every game as it comes and go for it.
So, who's your top 4? Man City win the league. Manchester
Man
United
City
finish
win,
second.
yeah. I think it stays as the way it is, using my head, but I'm hoping for a miracle.
Do you think Leicester last night, them winning that game, has got them in the top 4? Like, it's made them official
Yeah,
now.
I think it's definitely got them top 4, because what's that put them ahead of us? 7 ahead of us, is it?
They're
I think
7,
they might be
yeah.
7. Yeah, that's not something you catch without them getting any results. Like,
I agree, mate. I agree. West Ham Online, how you doing?
Very, very well. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly.
Yeah. Thoughts, mate? Top 4's gone now from the weekend. Now the dust has settled.
Well, probably, yeah. If I'm honest, probably. I think even if we win 4 out of 5, Chelsea still, you'd expect them still to get it. So I don't know. I think top 4's probably gone, if I'm honest, but not completely. But the likelihood
Chelsea
is.
have got an hard running though. Chelsea have got an hard running. I know they've got Fulham. They've got Fulham next, and then they've got Manchester City away, Arsenal at home. They've got Villa last game of the season away, and they've got Leicester in there. I think it's at home. So it's not like they've got. Well, they're only 3 points ahead of us, but obviously the goal difference makes it really 4. So I obviously it'll prove it to me on Monday. In my opinion, I believe if we win Monday, then we're still like all we've got to do is keep winning our games, right? I think Chelsea will drop points. Don't forget they've also got an FA Cup final to deal with in the midst of all that.
As well.
And they're playing tonight, and I'm hoping that they're going to start running out of steam. But do you think Leicester have cemented their place there into the top 4 after his win?
Yeah, I think Leicester will get top 4 now. They're 7 points ahead of us, so I think we're definitely not going to finish above them. They'd probably only have to win a couple more games. So, yeah, I think Leicester have done enough.
Where do you see us finishing?
Right now, I'd probably say the likelihood is 6th would be my guess. If I was to put any money on any position, I'd probably say 6th.
Yeah. So if we finish 6th, who's the top 5? You've got Man City, Man United as your 1 and 2. Who's your 3 to 5?
Leicester, Chelsea, Liverpool for me.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's the only one really that I think, you know what, if they start to get up ahead of a steam, then full well they go into games, they just win games and they just win them comfortably.
Yeah, we have a similar sort of run-in from now to the end of the season with Liverpool. So, really, we should come above them, considering we're above them at the moment, and they're obviously struggling with the injuries. But we just don't know at the moment.
They're born winners, though. That's the thing. We're not.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I knew it a couple of weeks ago when we were going to Newcastle and people were saying that we're going to win 4-0 and Newcastle are rubbish. As a West Ham fan, I know West Ham too well. And these the games we've got coming up are against teams we just don't ever beat. Like Monday night's game, Burnley away, we don't win there. I think the last time we won there was a 3-1 win. And that's back when Enna Valencia and Sacco were playing for us. Do you know what I mean? So we don't win up there. We haven't beat Brighton in the Premier League. So like that's another statistic for everyone. And then you got Everton who are
this Brighton is different though. We I know we've only played them once, or have we played them once since Potter took over? And they're a different team. Like they're not that Chris Hughton horrible to break down. They're the complete opposite.
Yeah, but the thing is though, we are with West Ham, like even this year, and we can all go back to the game on the 27th of December against Brighton. We set up again 5 at the back against a team who only had 2 attackers, and we somehow made Brighton look like
that's the only game this season I didn't even see, and my dad said don't even bother watching it Match of the Day, so I couldn't even comment on that game. I was in work for it, but I know it was meant to be awful. If I was told not to even watch it Match of the Day, it must have been crap.
Well, I'd say it was our worst performance of the season considering who we were playing against. I mean, like when we lose to a big 6, you can at least say yes, it was horrific, but they're a good team.
Quality.
Yeah, Brighton are good. Don't get me wrong. To be fair, they create a lot of chances and their strikers miss a lot, but they absolutely dominated us. Like genuinely, I think we had one clear-cut chance. I know Johnson scored. I can't even remember what the other goal was, but
Johnson scored. Souček scored.
Yeah, I mean that was potluck as well. That Souček goal just sort of hit him and went in. So they are defensively.
Yeah, we've put.
Yeah.
And that game was the rise of me, because I went on a fan channel and I started losing my rag about it, because I was like, I've had enough of this, and I'm seeing people saying, you know what, we played all right. And I'm thinking, sorry, no, we didn't. Like, Brighton ain't the world beater team, and like other teams like Chelsea and Liverpool go to them places. I know Liverpool drew there, and I know they lost against them this season, but Brighton ain't one of the best teams ever. Do you know what I mean? West Brom have beat them this year. Even Sheffield United beat them the other week. So, like, this at the weekend. So it's not like this team's a mustard team. If we don't,
they did have like 18 shots or something as well. They just can't score.
Yeah. West Ham Online. Question for you here, mate. Has the red card been rescinded?
Not that I know of. No. I'm not really bothered if it is or not, because I'd rather the other centre backs play over Balbuena, if I'm completely honest. But
I'd rather Balbuena over Diop skill wise. It's just if his head's not in the game, if he is leaving.
Yeah. But
it has been rescinded or overturned. It's just come up there a minute ago. I was checking Twitter.
Really, it has.
Yeah, we can confirm that Fabian Balbuena's red card, blah blah blah, has been overturned on appeal. He's now eligible to play against Burnley.
Do you know why it is? That means we've had 2 red cards, Souček and Balbuena, that the officials
we've had two of the worst VAR decisions, and they're not going to get fucking punished at all.
You say that. You say 2, right? I see saying on Twitter, don't forget the Arsenal handball at the start of the season when Gabriel handballed it and they didn't give it as a penalty. And also,
they actually have to overturn the referee. That's how bad it is. The refs have done such a bad job.
And he'll get his full wage, and he'll still get to as many games as possible, and no punishment. He won't have to do any interviews.
Yeah. And don't forget the Manchester United home game when the ball goes out and he ends up at Stratford Station, but the referee thinks that it was in. And
Stevie Wonder on the line.
Yeah, unbelievable.
They apparently couldn't see it on VAR. What a joke! It was so obvious.
I agree with Luke on this one. Even available for the bench is a good thing. Can't be too picky. Yeah, I agree. Like we need players back. We can't be losing players. That's the thing.
You wouldn't want someone like Diop playing against Burnley anyway. That's the lad who doesn't know how to use. He doesn't know how to use his size for his advantage at all. He's so wonky. Like I like him. I think he's technically good, but he's too 50-50. He for all his skills, he has his faults. Like
I think he's rubbish.
I wouldn't say he's rubbish because I remember him 2 or 3 years back and he was class when he was like 21 or whatever.
Let me ask you this, West Ham and Lion, right? Let me ask you this. Would you rather Issa Diop or Craig Dawson as a backup next season?
Oh, if I'm not even, I genuinely would rather have Craig Dawson.
No way, mate. You're trolling me. You're trolling me. Gotta be.
I can't remember one game apart from like Diop's just so like every time he plays, we concede so many goals. At least Dawson had a purple patch, and apparently Noble said because someone I know goes fishing with Noble, and apparently he says Dawson is knackered now. But you know, Dawson on top form. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Diop is just so overrated.
Play them striker. They score enough goals, them two lads.
Yeah,
he's like it's true. Nice. Let's be honest. How many goals have Dawson and Diop got this season between
5 or 6 between them.
Yeah, blimey now, Antonio's got 7. You know what I mean? That says it all, doesn't it? But we won't go into that one because we need him back. But why will Duke be fuming, Simon? That's what I want to know. I've been asking.
Because he said the other day. He said the other day when we was live. He said if they overturn that again and the refs wrong again, I'm going to be fuming.
Oh mate, few from the terraces tonight, 8:00. Fortune Lions. I will be on there. I will be seeing if Duke will be on there and all. But it is wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a wrong call for what they've done. But let's be honest here. Are we surprised? Really?
No.
No, it's just shambles. Like.
If I'm honest, I didn't actually think that one was going to get overturned. I just thought that they would apply by it. But I mean, the referees had another mare. I can't even remember who the bloke was, but
something Kavanagh, Chris Kavanagh.
Chris Kavanagh, yeah.
That clown.
He was the lad who refereed their first game this season against Chelsea as well, and he let that sort of blatant. Didn't someone score a goal and
Bowen, yeah,
or
Bowen
remember the push or something?
Yeah, and Thiago,
he fell over.
Silva goes. Yeah, he goes down, doesn't he? Like he's been shot and he bites the free kick, and I just think it's like. Don't get me wrong. Would we have done anything different, even with 11 men? I know there was like everyone could say, well,
no, but at least we have the excuse now.
Yeah, that's quite.
We got something to make a few shows on.
No, but genuinely, I don't know if we would have equalised, but I do think as soon as he, we were on the front foot a bit in the second half. As soon as he went off, I mean, we were just like, game over.
you lose the ability to just go like at it.
Yeah, you just knew it was over. When that happened, I was like, yeah, thanks, Kavanagh.
Is that like, because when you think about the some of the decisions that we have had this year, like if you was to go through the whole season, we had the issue up in Liverpool when Salah went down like he had been shot, right, from a Mazuaku kick out, and he didn't even really touch him. Then you had what was the other one we had? Obviously, you had the Manchester United thing.
Talking about.
Yeah, the Manchester United one thing I thought was a hell of a lot worse. But then also we've had a lot of them go in our favour. Like
I genuinely don't think we've been that bad for VAR this year. If I'm completely honest, I think there's been teams that have been completely done over by I think even if I'm to pick one now, Leeds have had a few dodgy ones where you think, Christ, I mean. They had the Bamford offside against Palace. The one against
anyone who was an offside call, it's usually a lot of bullshit because if it has to go to VAR, it's not clear and obvious.
Yeah.
If they're drawing lines,
we actually had an offside apart a really a toenail offside this season or last season because I can't remember one.
I can't remember really.
So if you look at it like that,
we've had them for us though. We've had them for us.
Yeah, again, Leeds. They scored an offside goal, didn't they? That was I'm looking at it. I'm like, I mean, come on. James said that day.
Yeah, we've had a lot of run. I believe, like, let's be honest here. Like we had the Villa game where they had a penalty they missed, and then they had a VAR decision that got overturned. The Fulham home game when what's his name decided to do a stupid penalty like Pienka. Lookman. So let's be honest, we've had a lot of things go in our favour.
Because I take that lad, but I don't think he'd want to see Fabianski at the training ground after doing that to him.
Yeah, I agree. And I just look at it that VAR hasn't been as cruel to us as it has been before. Like last season, if we go back last season, Sheffield United away, when we score a perfectly good goal and the ball hits Rice, he can't go nowhere, and the ball hits him and goes through to Snodgrass.
Genuinely, I think
we should never have got rid of that lad.
Yeah, I think pre-VAR we were genuinely the season. I remember 15-16. We were
we were the most affected season, weren't we?
I mean, it was disgusting what I was watching that year.
Do you think? Yeah, see, careful saying that about Snodgrass, right? Going to Snodgrass. Do you think it was like, in hindsight, looking back, was it really necessary to get rid of him?
No, not at all.
Bit pointless, wasn't it? I mean,
unless he wanted to just play football, but does he even play for them?
He's been injured a bit. He's been injured for a few weeks, yeah. But then again, I think he was even on the bench when he was fit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen him on the bench a few times. I don't think he's even playing for them. Yeah. But no, I've always liked him. I thought he always gave 100%, and he's a good left boot on him.
If West Ham don't get there in the top four, where do you think the games were where we've sort of give it away? Obviously, the first game that comes to mind is the Arsenal home game.
Yeah.
That will be one of them. Is there any other ones that you can think of where we've
bowing down and letting Liverpool run ruckus on us every time we played them?
I can't think of a game though, apart from the Arsenal one, where we really, really dominated but didn't.
Chelsea and Man United.
Yeah, but we don't. No, but I mean, like we smacked them, and like Villa did to us in the 2-1. I can't remember a game where we smacked the team and didn't end up winning.
The Man United game, we were all over Man United, and then they got one lucky decision and the game just flipped.
Yeah, true. First off.
And Chelsea, we were as good or even better than them, and they just got that one goal and jumped ahead. We've had that tendency over years. If one team scores a goal against us with 10, 15 minutes left, we're always in the game. It's always happened with bloody Arsenal. This is why I don't like Arsenal. They always do it to us. We're in the whole game. They score one lucky goal, and then they go and blitz us 2 or 3-0, maybe even 4-0, and we look shit, even though we were one of the best teams in the game.
I agree. I agree with a lot of the comments that are coming through here. Right, I've just asked a question
Arsenal
there.
Home, both Arsenals.
Yeah, like Scott says, Brighton at home was a 1. Another one, and I do agree with that one because we set up 5 at the back against a team who were set up defensively anyway.
This season feels so long. I forget everything. It's felt so long.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I think. Right, I think obviously going back the Newcastle home game, you can't be losing against Newcastle anytime. And let's be honest, Newcastle have done the double over us this year, which is embarrassing. Yeah. That's first thing.
2 years in a row.
The Fulham, it's come up on Sky Sports News, breaking news. Balbuena's has been rescinded, and that's breaking news for everyone on Hammers Polls, joined by Caffel and West Ham Online. I think the Fulham away game, we drew 0-0. We didn't deserve to win that game, but if you're going for top 4, you've got to be winning at Fulham. Who else is there? It's just silly little games like Palace at home. Well, we got a draw. We played poorly. It's just the top 6 really.
Even Southampton, I think that was Ben Rama's best chance to score. I remember late in the game, he had a massive opportunity.
That was when Southampton were good.
Yeah,
yeah. And there's just been games this year where we've just let them go. Like I think the Arsenal home game, I think the Manchester United away game. I think when we went to Manchester United and we set up again with that negative, to me, that said it all.
I
Like
don't
Man
even
United had
remember. We've
injuries.
played Man United like bloody 10,000 times this year with the feels of it.
No, what it was, the
Which one
away
was it? The
game.
one that the 3-1?
No, the away game where we set up and we lost 1-0 and Dawson scored no goal, basically.
Okay.
Do you know what
But
I
that
mean?
was before the didn't we play them like a week later? Was it a week later we played them in the FA Cup or something?
No, we played them.
No.
I thought we played them before in the cup.
Or a week before? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks before we played them in the cup, and yet again we set up negative. So it's been a couple of games this year where we're sort of let them go. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's sad really, but I think the Arsenal game will eventually come back and bite us on the arse. If I'm honest, I think that's the one where it's sad.
Yeah.
Got a question. Yeah. I got a question here. Out of them four, who would you pick?
Only one.
If you had to pick one. Now I know I'm big, but West Ham online.
Do you want to go first, Cahill?
Yeah, Tammy.
Yeah, it just said Tammy straight away.
Oh right, Tammy. Huslick for me, if I'm honest. He's the youngest.
Dodgy paying that much money. That's the thing. I'm afraid if you're paying that much for someone who's unproven.
But I've said
another Fabio Silva job.
Occasions, Cahill. I genuinely, I'm not a big Abraham fan. I'm not just going to pretend to be because we're linked to him. I don't want to do that because I've done that before. I remember when we were linked with Haller, I'd never watched him. I was like, oh yeah, brilliant, he's class. I'm not a huge Abraham fan.
I'm not a massive Tammy fan either, but he's proven that he can score goals at the level we need him to.
Yeah.
Even people are going mad about Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney's 25 or going 26 now. Tammy scored nearly as many goals as Toney did in the Championship. The season with Villa, and he was like 21 at the time.
You can't say about people playing in the Premier League scoring goals because Joe Linton scored goals. I don't want to have him at West Ham. Do you know what I mean?
The other two, and Nketiah is not
I'd
good
take
enough.
him on a free. I'd take
Nketiah is not good enough in my opinion, and that Simmer don't even play.
No, Nketiah would have made it if he was good enough.
I would have Simmer, mate.
Yeah, but he don't even play up front, James.
He's not a striker.
Yeah,
very green as well. He's very rough and ready when you watch him.
Yeah,
I like him though. I do like him a lot.
I think he's for the Premier League. He's raw. He's You know what I mean? Like, I know what everyone's saying, but if you see him, could play up front, in my opinion. He's got that power.
I bloody take your man Waman Natuka or whatever. He's really good in FIFA. That fella. He's really good. He's not Wang Yi-chan, the Whammy fella.
I don't know if you saw as well, Carl. The guy we were linked with from Salzburg, Patson Daka, he's joining.
Oh, he's going to Leipzig, isn't he? Yeah.
So look, Scott summed it up brilliantly. Loving the 30-minute video, James. We're now into an hour. Mate. And
the usual. The other day,
right. We were so I'll tell you what. I'm gonna ask you this, and then I will wrap it up. Right. And you got to pick one player for each position.
Thanks, Scott. Ruining the fun.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Right. We've just said about strikers, right? So I'm going to say about a goalkeeper. Right, so obviously I like Areola, so I'll go with Areola if we can get him. If you could pick a goalkeeper to come to West Ham in the summer, a realistic goalkeeper, who would you have, Perry's?
Who's going first? Will I go first?
Go on, mate.
As I said, was I on with you as well, James, when I said this?
Yeah.
If it's true that Johnson's 8 million or something they were saying. If it's true, that's an absolute steal because he's a Premier League quality goalkeeper. But I think he'd cost 15 to 20 million if just for his quality and he's young enough. But if you're willing to pay 15 to 20 million, I'd rather someone like Areola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, West Ham online?
For me, it's the J to the E, Johnston. I'm a huge Johnston fan. Areola, I'm a fan of him, but I don't know. I just think Johnston might. A couple of the lads know him, so I just thought if he's a bit cheaper, we may as well.
How old is he? 27-ish?
27, yeah. I think he is 27, 28. And
See,
I've said it before. I thought he was quite average in the Championship, but he's really stepped up in the Prem.
Very good shots.
I don't understand this one, right? Where someone could say you got a choice between a Real Madrid and PSG goalkeeper who's played for both of them clubs, or a goalkeeper who's played for Aston Villa and Doncaster Rovers.
He was
Right?
Man United as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at Man United.
But like, so was Raymond van der Gaal. And look how crap he was for West Ham.
Yeah, but you've got to say, then Julian Folbert was at. I know I've done an interview with him, but we got to admit, Julian Folbert weren't Real Madrid.
Falling asleep on the bench.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. So we've got goalkeepers all there. Right,
Areola played in Beckham's ever last game as well. He was the goalkeeper for Beckham's last professional game. That's how long he's been around.
Yeah, I'm not sure how old Areola is, but he ain't that old.
28.
I think he's 28. Is
he? I thought he was like 24.
Yeah,
no, he was playing in Beckham's last game. That was in 2012. So he was like,
oh my god, that's
young.
Like... me. He looks about 6.
Let's say this now, then, right? A defender. If you could pick a defender to come to West Ham, and in either centre half or left back, right back, who would you go for?
Jesus, that's a wide open decision there.
You want to go first, Cahill?
Oh no! I need to think about this one.
Okay, right.
Do you want to do centre back? Add a centre back or because it's too open. Thinking of all them choices.
Yeah.
Well, you could do. I'll tell you what. Do a centre back because I think we need one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I would genuinely. I was looking at this guy this morning. The Anderson centre back from Fulham.
Becker. That's the one I was going to go. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the affirmation statement.
Yeah, he's technically brilliant, which is the one thing Ogbonna's not great at.
He's young.
Yeah, he's young. He's good on the ball. He can defend.
Who is it again?
Anderson.
Is he the Fulham captain and he's on loan?
Yeah, he's on loan. Yeah, he's Fulham's captain. Another shout. I know this might be a bit outsider, but he's good in the air. Daddy Pig. I mean, that man is 6'6". Daddy Pig, 6'6". You've got to look at him.
Fever loves that ones.
Yeah. It's, do you know what I mean? Go and get me Ben White. That's an easy name to remember. From Brighton, I think he's the one for me. Ben White,
isn't he?
Would you take Pig, Fever?
Nah, not for me, mate. I've had many pigs in all my time. So yeah, but nah. I want us to see. I want us to be going after 2 defenders. We definitely need a left back in the summer. I know that for certain.
Yeah.
And I think we need to go to Brentford and get that.
We know how much you love Rico Henry.
Yeah,
he's got to come.
I'm surprised you've not proposed yet, James.
Not yet, but it's coming soon. But
his taxi fare over.
I know. But in midfield, let's go to midfield. And then I will wrap it up because West Ham Online and the Pig have got a relationship to sort out. In midfield, who would you like to have in midfield? Like if you could pick a
Yaksulu. Is that how you pronounce it?
We're looking at West Brom and Fulham constantly here, Carol.
Yeah, we liking our relegated players, so we do. Is that how his name's pronounced? Yaksulu?
Yeah.
Would you have Sander Berger from Sheffield United?
Yeah.
He's class. He's just injured. That's. What did he do? Was it his knee or was it his ankle or something? He did something bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got injured, didn't he? And
you don't want an Achilles or an ACL lad coming to your club like that. Could be their career done. You see that? Well, like it's dodgy. It's always dodgy.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to chuck a name at you, and that's one of the yes or no. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Would you have him at West Ham?
I wouldn't.
Yes.
No, I mean, not for me. The guy's been average at best at West Brom. He's been outshone by
he's a better version of Ben Johnson. You can
I think I'm better than Ben Johnson.
Anywhere within that half.
I want to hear. The reason. Right, let's go West Ham Online first. Reasons why you don't think? Because I think he could do a job for us. He can play multiple positions. He's definitely a Moyes type player.
Yeah.
So tell me the reasons why.
I would take him, but he certainly wouldn't be my first choice. I don't think he's that great in midfield. I think he's an okay wing back who's trying to play in midfield. He was good in the FA Cup run at wing back, but in midfield for West Brom, he's been very, very average, if I'm honest. And West Brom fans have said that. The guy I'd be looking, if Sander Berg was injured, then you're limited really, because for me, if he was available at a price, I'd want Basuma, but I don't think he's affordable, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, but I think with Basuma,
Liverpool and all are looking for him.
Yeah, don't think he's affordable.
Right. And also, is he going to come in and be a second choice? I think he walks into a lot of teams.
You'd have to change your formation for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what an option
100%.
that would be, though.
Cathal, give me the reason why you would have Ainsley Maitland-Niles at West Ham.
He's a jack of all trades. He is a master of none. But like, if we are going to play Europe or just even want to commit to next season, trying to get into them like top 8 sort of positions, he's the sort of player you need. You need a few lads to fill out the squad who are good enough to play when you need them, and not just an underage lad who sort of. I like Ben Johnson, but he hasn't proved himself.
Yeah.
We're putting him on first choice in every game.
Yeah, I think I'm better than Ben Johnson.
And if you could go and pick a winger, because obviously the system we play is normally is a 4-2-3-1 system. And
we don't need wingers. That's the thing, do we?
No, I know. I'd go for though.
Who would you go for, West Ham or no?
Once again, we're dipping into West Brom. Have a guess. I post him on my Twitter quite a lot. See if you know.
Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira. For me,
he's class. Yeah,
he's quality. I know we've mentioned half the West Brom and half the Fulham team, which is questionable.
Buendia now? Is Buendia a winger or an attacking mid? He sort of he goes between them.
Yeah, a bit of both.
Yeah,
but
I'd take him every day of the week.
Yeah,
wouldn't anyone here like to go for someone like a Lookman at Fulham? Who's pace?
I think he'd be a bit expensive, but I do like him.
Like a Lookman.
What about the Mbuemo fella from Brentford? Has he had a good season? Because he was very good in that trio, but I don't know how good
he scored the other day.
Mbuemo, he's a good player. When I used to watch them when they had Benrahma and Watkins.
Anyone who I'm just going to get his comment up before we wrap it up. James, still loving your comment about Fredericks on Saturday. Picking up someone after 12 points playing Sunday League football would be better. It is true, mate. I could probably go over the park and find someone who's had 12 Jaeger bombs and 10 pints of lager, and they could still cross the ball better than Ryan Fredericks.
So you're saying you'll play Andy Miles there?
Oh, mate, I would play anyone there, mate, other than that. Before we do wrap it up, I just want to get your thoughts on Fredericks the Perriers. Right? People say he had a good game. I watched it on Forge for Mines because I wasn't about on the weekend. And I sort of see people say, yeah, he played well. But he can't cross the road, the geezer, let alone a football. I just want to know I want to know really where you stand on Fredericks. Would you like him here next season? Or do you think we need to sort of let him go and sell him and bring money in to bring someone else better in that position?
Yeah.
He's not worth anything, so I'd keep him.
Honestly, James, I'd keep him. But if I'm to give him a true definition, he's the footballing Stevie Wonder. Like, no doubt that Stevie Wonder cannot cross a road. Like, he's blind. It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
And Fredericks can't cross. But both players, he's not a player, Stevie, but both people are liked. Fredericks is liked for our fan base because of his pace. Stevie because of his music. So for me, he's the footballing Stevie Wonder, but I don't think he's worth too much, and I think he's okay. So I'd keep him.
So if someone come in the summer and said, "Right, don't forget Ryan Fredericks, he's 29, I believe," and we don't forget we got him on a free and all. If someone in the summer come in and said, "You know what, we give you 6 million, 8 million for Fredericks," would you take that?
Yeah. But 6 million, I know it's only 2 million different, but I'd keep him.
See, people say Fredericks is a good to have as a backup for Cathal. he don't even lace Cafal's boots up, in my opinion. In my opinion, that
not as a back, but as a wing back, I don't think he's bad. And if you had him on his actual right side, I don't think he's the worst player. We haven't seen Ben Johnson out there either, so we can't really rate him on it.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask West Ham Online now because he's not a fan of Ben Johnson. I know I'm going on a little bit because this was a 30-minute video and now we're at hour and 15 minutes in. But I need to ask you this. If Ben Johnson plays on the right-hand side, would we see a different Ben Johnson? Because you've been very critical of Ben Johnson, saying he needs to go out on loan.
Yeah. I just don't think he's good. I'm highly doubt that he's good enough. I saw him on the right against Man United. And although I genuinely think on his day he's a good defender, the man is about as good in possession as me. He misplaces so many passes. And to iron that out of his game and to become... I think he has potential to be a really good fullback. But his passing at the moment is just so wayward. Once again, it's Stevie Wonder-esque.
Yeah, I agree. I do. I can't not agree with you there. I thought he's just never two games the same. Like never. He's either good or he's awful.
Yeah. Even in games, James, he goes through periods. 10 minutes he's brilliant. Next 10 minutes he's horrendous.
And I'll tell you the best way of summing that up is when we had it in Gakia last season. You could tell when he played, we looked quite decent. And towards the end, when he sort of didn't want to sign a new contract and whatnot, it was basically saying, you know what, fair enough. But you know what I mean? It's now we've got Ben Johnson there, who, to me, I agree with you. He has little lulls in games. He's either very good or he's awful. So it's one of them ones. But yeah, we will see. And how are you boys feeling towards the weekend? Like we'll be doing the show in the week, but are you confident, nervous, or none of the above?
I know I put in the chat 1-1. I put after it though. I think we'll win 2-1. And that's my honest prediction at the moment. 2-1 for me is my prediction. I am relatively confident, but I think it'll be about really tight. I remember that when we beat them 1-0, it was quite a tight game. And I expect a similar sort of affair here. And I don't mean the Ryan Giggs sort of kind. It's going to be tight. And Burnley are a team that love to make it a condensed game, make it difficult. And don't get me wrong, at times they're not good on the eye. But I do think it'll be a really tough game. And it's going to take a bit of Lingard magic to be able to unlock that key.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Keppel, what do you think?
I'm not going to make a prediction yet. I'll wait till like the sort of pre-game shows because we've a lot of time to see who's back and all that sort of stuff in between then. But as I've probably said to you before, I do love me some Burnley. I think the biggest honor I can give them is I hate playing against them, but I think they're just a really solid unit. At a time, I did want Sean Dyche to come to us, but it'll be a tough one. There's no chance it's going to be easy because it never is. They're just that sort of. They're a bit of a bogey team in their own right against us, but I look forward to it. Hopefully, we can just run at them.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I do. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up now. It's been an hour and come up to 19 minutes, which I might as well stay here for another minute and make it an hour and 20. But yeah, it's been a 30-minute show. It's gone into an hour and 20. Yeah,
it's like the other day, James, when we said we're going to hop on for 25 and it ended up being 2 hours.
I know, like these 30-minute 2-hour shows have got to stop. I've got to either
what else would we be at?
I don't know, mate, but listen, at the end of the day, when I say 30 minutes, next time I'm going to say I'm going to do a 2-hour show and do it for 30 minutes. And I think that's the reverse psychology, do you know what I mean? Love it. Big up Amma's polls, yeah. Big up, share, subscribe.
Big up, Scott.
Yeah, big up, Scott. Scott, if anyone wants to come on and do Back to the Bowling series, DM me. They're always welcome. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up now. I've got 10 seconds to go. Thank you, West Ham Online. Thank you, Cathal.
No problem.
And
cheers.
I will be
Come on,
back.
Lions!
soon.
Come on, you
That's
Irons.
That's the Arsenal fan for you. Bye.